Hello, conscious breathers, infinite beings alike, breath family. Okay, so we're gonna give a scalar update about this 30-day experiment we're doing with Aura Portal here in Miami. If you guys probably seen an older video of me doing my aura with the Tensor goggles. That was basically them. Yeah, buddy Tyler, what's up? What's going on? So, quick little update. I tried uploading the YouTube video that I posted on there onto Instagram, but they kept deleting it and deleting it and deleting it. Who wants to go live? I don't know why you want to go live. I didn't even get into the topic yet. Yeah, so Instagram deleted it. So obviously there was a lot of information in there that you should definitely take a look at. Personally, I was skeptical when it comes to Lemurian information, honestly, if I'm being truly honest. But hey, in all honesty, in 2012, it was a quote-unquote alien who helped wake me up, so to speak. And yeah, so that's a funny conundrum. So let's tap in. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Also, before I get into the 30-day challenge, but experiment, Library of Thomas, if you guys know who that is, definitely check out his page. He is going on the Scalar Wave machine literally right after this. I'm going to tell him also to print it out himself, because that's literally his imprint of work that he's been gifting the world with so much research and knowledge. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, but now that people can see, you can literally do a lot with Scalar, and that's what I guess they want to muffle, quote unquote. The fact that I saw Ron hop in here. Ron, I don't know how many days has it been, Ron? Are you still wearing the shirt? If you are, hop on live and share your experience. Yeah, but I actually sent out a couple shirts. I have a few left, and I've been thinking really, really hard on it, because now I have a bunch of new followers that have yet to actually tap into my shirts. And still get the kimonos. You can literally wear, a lot of people were talking about being in colder places and the kimonos wouldn't be ideal only at home. But you can literally wear a shirt and put the kimono over it. You can literally do that. That's perfectly acceptable. You can do it. You can wear it that way. You can even have a long sleeve and do it that way. That's one of my dream ideals. If I were to go to Japan, is bring a long sleeve and wear my own kimono there. That's what I would do. Are you still in touch with your teacher? Yeah, I talk to him every couple weeks. If he's not in the city, then maybe months at a time. Oh, Ron hopping on. That's weird. Okay, I don't know what's up with that. Hey, Ron.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on? Are you still wearing the
Yeah,
shirt?
yeah, it's so funny. I literally just put this fucking thing on because I wear it at night. It's like the shirt that
Oh,
I wear
snap.
to bed. I've been doing that. What's it been, a week now, right? At least, like it's been a week and a half.
Yep.
Man, yeah. So, and I just put it on. I sat down, and it's funny. David DeFebo from Schweitzer Formula, he's staying with me tonight. Him and his wife, so they popped in, and we were talking about you earlier. But yeah, so it's been like 10 days of wearing this shirt every night, and it's really, man, it's really. I don't know. I mean, there's so much going on with the energies in the world, anyways. And astrological. I can't tell what's happening. There's so much with those energies and with me kind of evolving in my energy field, and then combining it with the scalar wave test bed that we're doing. It's next level, man.
Yeah, so a quick recap. Literally what I did There's a bunch of papers under there. Literally what I did was I took my logo and put it on the geometric blueprint, and then literally put it underneath the scalar wave. And yeah, anyone who has like the alchemy symbol on, or the shirt, the symbol on my shirt, or even wearing it, you should be feeling some type of energetic enhancement, so to speak.
And then for your followers now, so this happened, what, 10 days ago was the first time I did it, and I wore it to bed, and I was literally vibrating like crazy, right? I remember I was tripping balls on your show, like just talking about it, right? Like it was so much. Oh, that's right. I woke up in the middle of the night. The first night I almost had to take it off. And then the second or third night I did in the middle of the night. I took it off. But you know, now it's still happening. The vibrations are so heavy and high, but I've settled into it. Like it doesn't wake me up in a almost disturbing kind of, not disturbing, but you know, a bit much kind of way. I've adapted to it, but I know I can feel it for sure, man. So
yeah, a lot of people I hear have been getting deep detox symptoms and coming out of it in a beautiful way. In a sense, the video I posted with Dr. Z, I don't think she mentioned it in the video, but it's causing her to eat better. That's one of the funny conundrums that she's experiencing too as well.
So I've been detoxing too. That may make sense now. You know, I'm not maybe connecting the dots like I should. Like I went through some kind of detox as well over the last several days, which was abnormal. You know, and I was like, oh, what the hell's going on? So you might have to get someone here to come and do a study on me and take notes. You know.
Well, I guess we could get into that. Or a portal over here that's also going to be at the Breath Ascension Retreat at the end of the day, at the end of the week. We're doing a 30-day experiment on it. It's red. Well, his aura right now is like orange. I know the red light's on, but actually, let's see if I can turn it off. Yeah, all right, there it is. It's a little bit orange, as you can see. And we're going to do 30 days. So today's the first day. We're really going to literally put it underneath. After this, I'll put it underneath the scalar wave. And we're going to, see how his aura shifts in the next 30 days doing this.
I love it. You're a magical genius. I love it. I love the frequency you bring, bro. It's so awesome. I can't wait to come see you in Miami. It's only a month away, a month and a few days away now. So,
Yep.
Woo, fire, bro. Fire. All right. I love checking in with you. I'll let you get back to your people.
Always,
Thank you,
bro. Thank you. Peace.
It's a pleasure. Catch you.
Hello. What's going on, guys? Yeah, so definitely, guys, definitely check out the YouTube video I posted that for some reason, Instagram keeps on taking down. I tried uploading twice. I uploaded the first time, and it said something about disputing something. I forgot what it said, but it's not even in my notification things anymore, which is also weird because normally when you upload something of like copyright or something like that, it shows you whatever is the problem, right? At least it tells you. But for me, there's even times where I try to go live and I can't go live. While some people will say, hey, you're not allowed to go live anymore. For me, they like playing with me for some reason. Yeah, the scalar is powerful. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, if you want to come on live, Jonathan, you're more than welcome to and share your experience. I know you just texted me. I saw that. Do crystals have any similar capabilities of sending energy? Yeah, go check out that video. Go check out the Lemurian scalar energy video, because the person who sent it to me, I was a little bit skeptical. I didn't even want to play it, but they said it mentioned scalar. So I'm like, all right, let's take a look. And if some of you probably already seen that video, it mentioned to use big quartz crystals for a reason. And I kid you not, if we take a look over here, what's on the scalar? a big quartz crystal right there, literally on the scalar wave. That can't be a coincidence. When I heard that, I was like, okay, okay. So I've been also reading how ancient temples, even before even listening to this, ancient temples were knew of scalar energy and using light and sound, keyword light and sound, to amplify the effects. Jonathan's hopping on.
Devon,
Hello there.
how are
What's
you?
going on, brother?
Man, the scalar, it's no joke.
Oh yeah, so Jonathan is also part of Breath Family as well. So he got an early start ahead.
For sure. Um,
Oh, I can't hear you.
we good?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're good now. Yeah.
Alright.
So do you want to
So,
share your experiences
yeah.
with it so far?
So I had for a few days, I didn't know exactly if you turned it on. So I was kind of experiencing these I guess how would I explain it? Kind of very these sudden pulsations and these sudden feelings. It's kind of like I only could describe it as like psychedelic, kind of like a release. And in those moments, it was like these sudden pulsations, but they would last for throughout like the rest of the day, and they would add up onto each other, and it was kind of like moments of clarity and very powerful activations, realizations, like epiphanies, sort of. And overall, it's kind of helped elevate the perspective. It's like if you microdose. It's like that. You could for sure feel the energy. So that's when I hit you up. I'm like, did you turn on the machine? Because I could for sure feel them. They're very, very distinct. The
Yeah,
energy is very
like I
distinct.
told Ron, it's been over a week and a half, and
Mm-hmm.
even for me, I barely sleep, and I've been taking more naps recently because of it.
Yeah, I've been
So
yawning a lot, like all day.
yeah, it's a
And I'm not
powerful
tired, but I feel
invigorating.
very, very, very still. My like inner world is very still. And I just feel more, I wouldn't say in control, but I feel more what would the word be? More aware of feeling. I've always felt very deep, you know, with the breath. The breath allows you to feel very deep. But whenever these feelings come, it's a different type of deep. It kind of brings you further in. And it's allowed me to bring more awareness. And if I do something that's distracting or I do something that's not in my highest alignment, I could tell for sure.
Just like what Dr. Z is experiencing, like she's very more aware in this sense, and it's really affecting how she makes her choices with just eating in general and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting thing because thoughts itself is literally scalar if you really think about it. So that's why they say the brain is a receiver. It's what are we receiving here? We're receiving.
That's what I've been thinking about too. That idea has been planted itself in my mind, and I've been thinking in terms of that, in terms of I've always thought in terms of energy, but it's a more I'm able to grasp it more as you turned on that scalar machine. I'm able to grasp how it's affecting me, not in a way of idea, but in a way of knowing. Not just a thought, and an actual feeling, an actual knowing, an actual experience. So I've been thinking, whether it's an action, thought, word, whatever, it's kind of like, what am I channeling? What am I channeling to others? And like just full on energetic awareness.
Well, I'm
Past,
gonna.
time, and space.
Oof, exactly. That's literally what everything is a derivative. Well, scalar wave is within that space in that 0 point field in that sense, so it's simultaneously happening. And funny enough, we upgraded it with fiber optic cable because in certain talks, it's been said to help amplify the scalar productivity by like 80%. On top of that, what I'm going to be doing now with the scalar is implement light, which makes so much
That's
sense.
powerful.
I'm going to implement light and have it always shining on the scalar because light in itself it's information, right?
For
So
sure.
the most everything in terms of benefits from the sun, it's mostly infrared, and that's what literally this device, the mobile device, is doing. So what I'm going to start doing is beaming infrared. It's like it's outside in the sun almost 24/7, and utilizing even that energy and harmonizing with it to then amplify. There we go. So that's going to be an update I wanted to share with that because, yeah, did you get to check out the YouTube video?
I haven't yet. I just got on my phone today to hit you up and check everything out. But I'll for sure check out that video tomorrow.
For sure.
I
Well,
noticed you
brother,
couldn't post it on Instagram. Is that the
huh?
one? Is it the one
Yeah,
you
yeah,
couldn't post on Instagram?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's the one they kept on deleting.
for sure. I'll check that out because you sent the link in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Another thing I want to say, man, you're very blessed to be at the age you are. How old are you, if you don't mind?
16.
16. You're so
I
blessed
found
to.
your account through Tommy and Tyler. I found out your account last year. I was 15, so
Mhm.
I'm for sure
Wow,
blessed for your guys' guidance and everything that has unfolded after that.
man. Again, I wish I had everything that I knew, what I know now at that age, and just being part of this collective movement. We're very blessed to be part of your journey, brother.
For sure, I'm very grateful, and especially how everything's just building, everything's cultivating.
Mm.
And also with the scalar, I wanted to mention, I forgot to mention, is
Mhm.
my creations and the music. Like I've been making music, and I've been working on crafting just
Mm.
different visual creations and different like adornments and artifacts. And the way that I approach creating has changed a lot. And the
Mm.
way that the creations come to me, it's been very fluid, and I've been, I guess you could say, producing and channeling a lot. And I've been sharing them because I have a friend who works with light and energy. So I send him a lot of your stuff because he's very interested in the scalar stuff.
Mm.
And with the stuff I create and with the stuff I send him, even he could feel it, and he could see like
Mm.
how everything is unfolding in that manner.
Wow. That's powerful. Did you hear Gloria's testimonial with her niece? It's all coming full circle of how
Yeah,
scalar
you you
affects the
said that on
mind.
live. I heard you talk about that on live.
Yeah, her niece is I wouldn't say depressed, but just going through depression in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, when we put her on the scalar wave, and one of her intentions was to just help her with her depression. That's it. And then when she went to go pick her up from school, she said that, oh, I was alone in my own table, but I was happy that I had them with space. So it sounds like her niece is becoming more in the state of gratitude, and it's really like it just threw her off when she was picking her up. So that was
Yeah,
a really interesting testimonial there. And I feel like the scalar, when you put it in, it helps create a filter in the sense of different types of thought patterns coming in and out
that's a beautiful way
within
to put it.
yourself.
Yeah, that's a
And
beautiful way
that's
to
what
put
you're
it.
experiencing with your creativity and artwork. It's a beautiful thing.
Creativity and mind for sure.
Wow.
Creativity, mind, thought, just just being able to become more just like the honest watcher. Just you become more of in a watchful state, and then I could, like you said, the brain as a channeler, the mind as a channeler, you're able to
Mhm.
actually take control over the mind to use it as a tool instead of be governed by it. It
Mm.
makes it a lot more conceivable.
And then it always brings up that experiment, that double split experiment. Like, who's watching the
Yeah.
observer watching you? But now it's like, oh snap. So it's like the scalar wave here. It's like another watcher, so to speak, but you're observant of the watcher and you have intentions, quote unquote, with the other watcher. It's very interesting.
For sure.
Wow.
And there's
Never thought
another
about
experience. I won't talk about it on live, but I'll DM you another time about it. It's something interesting I want to share with you about it.
All good, brother. Well, thank you for hopping on. And again, you're welcome on here anytime.
I appreciate you. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for offering this too. I do highly suggest everybody at least tap into it once.
Yeah. All right, brother. Peace.
All right. Thank you.
Lemurian scalar energy video. Yeah, got it. Yeah, go on my YouTube, Devon the Black Airbender. It's like right there. It's the most recent one I posted. Yeah, anyone got any more questions, or does anyone want to hop on here live? I got a little battery left. I didn't even mean to go on live, but yeah, after I saw what they did, I don't know what's gonna happen. So definitely follow my backup page, alchemybreath.work, because at this point, if they're deleting stuff the way they are, just follow the backup page, because again, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we're at that point where certain eyes are already praying, but we're protected no matter what. I think the chat kind of froze after someone called me. I'm not sure. Yikes. Yeah. Well, let me read. Let me see if I went over anything. Missed anything? Any more questions? This guy goes, kimonos are sexy too. Indeed they are. There we go. Are you familiar with somatics? I am. If anyone here has any connections with places that do somatics, I'm totally interested in doing somatics with the breathwork subliminals. That'd be very interesting to see. I've been looking for people in that field. If you know anyone, please DM me. I would love to do some experiments with that. Can you recap the experiment again? All right. So every day for 30 days, the founder of Aura Portal is going to be taking his aura, a picture of his aura. So we're going to see how scalar, because technically this is scalar. Your aura is technically scalar. So we're going to see how it's going to simultaneously affect his aura on a day-to-day basis. So we're going to see that. I have no expectations. I don't know what to expect myself. So yeah. So in terms of capturing scalar waves on like real photo, calligraphy photography is like the closest thing you can use to capture biophotonic resonance. Not just aura, but scalar wave itself, which is really cool. What do you think Tesla and his work, why do you think it's not taught in school, and why do people say he wasn't real? So why it's not taught in school? If you look at the video that I took of all his patents, look very deep. Like, rewatch that video over and over again, and it's going to be pretty blatant that there's a little hidden like sacred geometry literally within every patent that he has, and I can see it. I can see the intention behind certain wirings and why he designed it the way he did. Mind you, later in his life, he started to work more with scalar tech, right? And scalar tech is more close to honoring what nature has to offer. And it's the closest thing tying us to ancient technology that we have yet to really understand, overstand. So me hearing how ancient Lemurians used it back then was really, really interesting, and how everything just came full circle. And yeah, there's so many applications you can use this for. It still personally blows my mind. And we're just scraping the inner knowings of what this scalar tech truly has to offer. The fact that I took a picture of the building and put it on the scalar wave, now I'm learning I can even use sacred sites that are quote unquote really powerful, right? Just point me to a powerful sacred geometric site and I can put it on the scalar wave, and that in itself will also help. It might be subtle, but also help amplify the field as well. Because think about it, if that site is sacred and for some reason producing energetic resonance in many different factions, it's safe to say that it is pulling in, it's aware, going back to who is the observer watching that observer watching you. So it's very much aware. So it's also like a tree. I'm also going to be taking pictures. There's this flower here, a bunch of flowers here that I don't think will die in like 2 weeks. Ooh, I should do a day-to-day photo because it's literally right next to the scalar wave. But it's producing a type of, not producing, but it's aware of a type of energy that is helping cultivate the magnitude of what those sacred sites are bringing, right? So then when you put on the scalar wave, it's like you become one of those antennas, so to speak, that energetic cord that is helping amplify that quote unquote energetic space. So then it's safe to say as well, so when you're in harmony with that, it's like those it's like those exercises that they tell you, hey, you got to face the north towards the pyramids, or stuff like that, towards the portal, or the center of the world, so to speak. You're harmonizing with that, and that sends a feedback right to the paper, to the picture, and then onto the scalar wave itself. So yeah, some interesting things here. And even this alone, the biogeometrics in the background, the blueprint that we have, that alone produces scalar. Even if I didn't have the scalar wave, I would actually start doing just the paper, even if I didn't have the scalar tech. But the scalar tech amplifies it tenfolds because it's scalar tech. And even in the video, which blows my mind, it still blows my mind, the fact that they said they use sacred geometry with the scalar technology. Even more confirmation after more confirmation. And there's PhD doctors that have studied what scalar can do for the body, and even how thought waves produce scalar wave energies. There's so much out there that I want to share with the world, and it will get to a point then, who knows, one day maybe I'll have it publicly available. But honestly, I want to do workshops where the integrity of the scalar wave is contained and it's not corrupted in a sense. And then whoever takes those workshops, then I'll give access to selling the scalar wave. So that's where I'm coming from. It's not just for money or any of that. I want, if I'm going to be the one sharing this out there, I want an in-depth workshop with everybody, and before they even touch it. Like the people coming here for the retreat in November, I'm gonna give them a full in-depth, things I can't even say over Instagram. A full in-depth view of how this works, why it works, and the amplifications that I've learned using this. And today was a aha moment, because if the sun produces scalar waves, right? What's the closest thing to scalar wave energy in terms of light spectrum in our hands? Well, not in our hands, but think of this. If the sun is hitting everywhere in the world, right? And that is scalar wave energy in itself. It's subtle, very subtle. So when we have infrared over here, beaming right at the scale, oh, just as soon as I did that, interesting. Beaming right at the scalar wave and this crystal over here. Crystals in general are dead. Every time they're ripped from the ground, they are dead, right? Point blank period, they're dead. Unless you put it out in the sun, let it charge up for a little bit, or in the moonlight, let it charge up a little bit, or wrap it around with some copper and have it touching some electrical part of your being, or just your body, your skin. That'll give it a charge. But in terms of light energy in itself, the light imprints into the crystal, and now we have this portable infrared device pointing right at the crystal, at the scalar wave. It's definitely going to amp. I already feel it in my head again. It's like it's happening. I'm going to turn this away. I'm going to do that to sleep. It's really turning up a dial, so to speak, in a sense, because now you're giving it an environment. I wish I was also in a space where I could always plug it outside, which I will actually soon for another one. I have another one coming, and that's going to be actually hooked up to a Tesla coil. So that's going to be an interesting experiment that I've been doing with scalar. String theory, exactly. Hey. How does scalar work? So think of scalar as, in terms of electricity. Electricity itself is a derivative from scalar, right? So you have point A, you have point B, going from electricity to electricity, going back and forth, right? But scalar resides in a 0-point field. It's just simultaneously happening as soon as you turn it on. So this device isn't producing scalar waves. What this device does is you're opening access to it, and you can also amplify the access to it, because it already exists. It's already there, but your access to it, it's just like your pineal gland. When your pineal gland is calcified, you can't really feel the energies around you, right? But when it's decalcified, the more it becomes decalcified, you don't even like going to gatherings as much as I do. I don't even like going to gatherings, because feelings and energy, they don't lie, right? It's just like that. So with a machine like this, it's opening you can say the pineal gland of the space. Think of it that way. And that's how you should start looking at everything. You should start looking as everything as, quote unquote, God, everything as a living entity, because it is. Even before Christianity, even before Buddhism, even before Judaism, even before any religion you come up with, the first, quote unquote, religion was actually animism, where, in my opinion, they were so in tune with the natural law that is, they could feel everything being vibrant and alive. But it was until the fall of man, as they say, corrupted something within us, or even locked off our DNA, whatever the case may be, whatever happened, caused us to dive so deep into separation and sin. Yeah. How does scalar look? So scalar if you were to like read the actual waves of the scalar, it actually looks like a double helix. What's also a double helix? Our DNA. We're electric beings, but we're also light beings. And light is actually the closest thing to quote unquote scalar. It's funny, isn't it? You have light, but what travels faster than sound? The light, right? The light travels faster than sound. But what travels faster than light? Scalar. Imagine if a scalar is in every state interconnected. Technically it is. Go look up, literally Google HAARP scalar. So the other quote unquote dark side of scalar is you can use it in a not so nice way, so to speak. And that's what HAARP is technically doing. And that's why if you look at South Florida, specifically South Florida, anytime a hurricane is coming over here, for some reason it goes around it, because I've just learned that there's over 190 plus devices just sporadically outwards, same device that I have, outwards here in Florida. So a lot of people are in the know of that. And it actually doesn't matter what frequency is being blasted within the scalar wave. It's always creating a more harmonious resonance in that state. Every encounter is an encounter with the divine. Exactly. Ooh, I love that. If scalar is 0 point, then technically it doesn't need to travel, just access anytime. Exactly. Yes. So one of the things I have people do is when they send me their picture is print it out, put it right under your bed where you sleep. Because when you're in sleep, you're in theta, and you have less chatter in your conscious mind, right? So you're quote unquote less resistance to healing in itself. That's why you heal in your sleep, right? Yes, you heal in your sleep. So even when listening to Lemurian and how ancient people used it, they said they get them into a highly meditative state. And I'm like, that's funny. I've been telling people to print it out and put it right under their bed, because technically sleep is technically a meditation in itself. That's why for the average person who doesn't quote unquote meditate, in terms of conscious meditation, you should get some sleep. But if you're a conscious meditator, you don't really need as much sleep, even if you eat a lot too. I've encountered people that still eat a lot, but they don't need much sleep because they do a lot of meditation as well, integrated into their lives, and prayer as well too. Peace. Much love. Oof, got a lot of people on here. So any more questions, or if anybody wants to go on live before this battery dies? And that's another thing about scalar waves. It's imprinted. It's literally imprinted into, you can call it the ether. And isn't it funny that I learned that fiber optic cable amplifies scalar by 80%? Fiber optic cable. And it made me wonder, back then, I don't know how old people are in here, but back then they had satellites. They literally had satellites for TV and internet and all that stuff, right? But now we've switched over to fiber optic cable, like cable TV, cable TV, cable internet. Internet is a lot faster. The TV is a lot faster. All these things, correct? And isn't that funny? Like, as soon as I learned this, I'm like, as above, so below. So even in the scalar spectrum, it helps amplify or maybe quote unquote speed up it as well. But if you look at it this way, right? We're literally having this communication, even though I'm not physically there. It's almost like scalar in a sense as well. Think about it. We have fiber optic cable helping millions of human connection, even though they're not physically there. Human connection connect. without physically being there based off the use of fiber optic cable. So you may look at it as a bad thing, good thing in terms of what you're watching, depending. But regardless, that's what is happening if you really think about it. Think of the energetics here. That's what I mean. So the energetics is fiber optic cable helps heal, and could be the other way around. It all depends on how you use the scalar wave tech itself, right? Like I'm using it mainly for healing, nothing else, right? So it's helping people connect. So that's a characteristic property of fiber optic cable in reality, in like real time, right? That's the energetics that it has, that it's tied to. So then putting it on the scalar wave, it's making more sense here, right? Because you have all those human connections happening, not scalar in itself, all the thought patterns, you hearing me talk because I'm thinking, talking, you're hearing it. That's a subtle energy of scalar in itself. You know, there's scalar resonance behind it. Where can we buy the scalar? I'm not selling it as of yet, but you can literally go on www.alchemybreath.work/biohacking. And yeah, do you have an option of sending in a picture, and you also have an option of sending in hair, like your physical hair as well with the picture. So all I need is an email of the picture, that's all, and then I'll email it back to you with the blueprint, and yeah, you'll be set to go. Entanglement. I'm having trouble going back alkaline, eating clean, but I know I have to put in the effort. Yeah. The breath helps you as well doing that. I made organic shampoo today. Would love to send you some. I'm good because my fiance literally makes her own stuff. We actually have a company, Nature Herself 369. If you're too tired to make your own stuff, but yeah, Nature Herself 369 is the company. And that's one of the reasons why we created the company too, because so many people kept DMing me about this and that. And it's funny, when she came back from Carolina, she had the thought of doing it herself. I'm like, oh yes, I think energy, God, the universe is really calling us in to create this, because it's definitely going to help a lot of people escape those chemical products. And technically, all our products is technically scalar activated, because we put our brand logo onto the scalar wave itself, and just being in here, this is where we make the products too. Yeah, everything in here is scalar activated. Yeah, Nature Herself 369. Exactly. I saw a video where this guy says scalar is more of an instant impulse than a wave. Me personally, I wouldn't know. Saw it on your post for the first time. It made me look it up. Yeah, so, but it's easier for the common folk, people to understand the wave aspect of it. But yes, you're on the money with that, because yes, it is an instant impulse. Going back to the fact 0 point, right? 0 point. It's really hard for some people to really grasp, but it's almost like the breath as well, because technically there's only one inhale and one exhale, but they're all just happening all at once, but simultaneously. Yeah, think about it. And on that note, I'm going to end it there. Thank you all for sharing the breath. Peace.